I walked into the party, the music vibrating through the walls, laughter echoing around me, but I felt nothing but a cold, sinking dread. My eyes immediately found her, my wife, leaning into a man I didn't know. Or maybe I did. Every laugh, every subtle touch, every brush of hands against skin, they weren't just friendly gestures. They were a knife, slicing through my chest, twisting deeper with every second. My heart screamed for me to react, to explode, to shatter the illusion right there, but I didn't. I stood frozen, silent. I watched. Time slowed. The world around me blurred into background noise. People moved, glasses clinked, music thumped, but my focus was sharp, laser-like. I saw the way his hand lingered on her back, how her head tilted toward him, how her eyes flickered with a secret she thought I would never notice. My stomach churned, bile rising, blood boiling, and yet I remained still. I let the tension build, I let the suspense grow, knowing that this moment, this very moment, would define everything. A flicker of panic crossed her face when she caught my gaze. Her smile faltered for a second, that brief moment of guilt betraying her entire charade. And I didn't move. I didn't say a word. I just watched. Each laugh, each whisper, each stolen glance pressed deeper into my mind, burning into memory, imprinting betrayal in vivid, searing detail. That silence, the weight of it, was louder than any scream I could have unleashed. I left the party quietly. Not because I was defeated, but because I had a plan. A plan so silent, so crushing, that she would feel every ounce of her lies crash down on her. That night, I went home, hands trembling, mind racing. I dug through everything she thought was hidden. Messages, photos, voicemails, documents. Every secret she had buried, every lie she had whispered, every betrayal she thought invisible. I unearthed it all. The suspense, the heartbreak, the crushing truth. I felt it all, and I prepared to wield it. Morning came, gray and heavy. She entered the living room, smiling nervously, pretending innocence. I said nothing. I let her settle, sip her coffee, and breathe freely for a moment, unaware that her entire world was about to crumble. I opened the first file, then another, each one screaming proof of her deception. Her face went pale. Her lips trembled. The smile she had practiced so carefully melted into raw, unfiltered fear, shock, disbelief, guilt, and I stayed silent, letting every ounce of her fear settle. I can explain, she stammered, panic rising in her voice, but I didn't let her finish. Another file opened. Another truth revealed. Her body shook. Tears streamed uncontrollably. She collapsed onto the floor, sobbing, hands covering her face as if she could hide from the reality she had created. Each sob echoed like a hammer against my chest, but I did not move. I let the truth speak louder than anger, louder than confrontation. Her silence, broken by guilt and fear, was my victory. Hours passed. She whispered, pleaded, begged for forgiveness, but the damage was done. The heartbreak, the betrayal, the absolute shattering of trust, it was irreversible. I stayed calm, silent, unyielding, because sometimes the deadliest weapon isn't anger. It's watching someone face the consequences of their own choices. Her world had collapsed, piece by piece, file by file, sob by sob, and I watched, letting the suspense, the tension, the raw agony unfold fully before her. To be why evening, she was broken beyond repair. She could no longer lie to herself. Each proof, each photo, each message had torn apart the life she thought she could manipulate. She looked at me, desperate, hollow, begging for a forgiveness I wasn't ready to give. I had stayed silent through it all, but that silence had spoken louder than any confrontation ever could. I had handed her the full weight of truth, and she crumbled under it completely. The room was quiet, except for her sobs and the subtle clicks of evidence laid bare. I spoke once, finally, my voice low and cutting. "You wanted me to see. Now you see the truth." That truth, the silent, inescapable weight of betrayal, would haunt her forever. Her world, our life, had shattered in the harshest, most unrelenting way. And as I walked away, leaving her to face the devastation she had sown, I realized the ultimate heartbreak isn't revenge. It's silence. It's truth. It's watching someone lose everything they thought they could control.